Hey, in this video, I'm going to walk you through setting up a meta ads campaign. My goal for this video is to make this video as timeless as possible, just giving you the fundamentals and the techniques of setting up a meta ads campaign. So that way, no matter when you're seeing this video, by the end of this video, you're going to be confident to go into the meta ads manager and set up a meta ads campaign. So without further ado, let's dive into my screen. All right, so here we are inside of my meta ads manager. Now, to create a meta ad campaign, we're gonna at the top left, click on this green create button. Now, before we do, I want you to keep something in mind. There are 3 levels to a meta ad campaign. There's the overall campaign level, there's the ad set level, and then there's the ads level. So let's bounce over here to my visual diagram where I want to actually show you how a meta ad campaign is structured. So there's 3 levels, like I said, 1, 2, 3, in the overall campaign. Okay, so there's the campaign level, which is where we're going to set the objective. So rather the campaign objective is for more traffic, leads, sales, or whatever, that's where we're going to set that. Then there's the ad set level. Okay, so this is where we're going to actually go in and set the targeting of the ad, the daily budget, and the placements of the ad, which means where we want the ad to actually be placed and shown to people. All right, now there's the actual ads level. So this is where the photo and or video is going to be set up and the ad copy is set up at the ads level. Okay, and then the ad copy is like what people are actually reading, right? When they stop on your ad, what are they reading? That's the ad copy. So those are the 3 levels that complete a campaign. All right. And then the last thing is the components of a successful ad, which are the offer, the ad itself, like what are people seeing or watching and reading, be disruptive, and then the lead journey, acknowledge people quickly. So once they submit your form or they send you a message, make sure that they're getting acknowledged quickly. All right. So again, there's the campaign, the ad set, and then the ads. Those are the 3 levels. So at the top left, again, click on that green create button. So now this is the campaign level where we're going to choose our objective, whether that's awareness, traffic, leads, or sales. All right. Now, depending on your niche, your business, and what you're doing, the objective might be different. If you have a local service-based business and you're looking to get leads, well, you're going to definitely want to create a leads campaign. All right. If you have a e-commerce store and you sell product-based things like makeup and actual physical products, you're going to want to do a sales campaign. If you just want to get more people to your, let's say, Instagram profile and you want to get some actual Instagram followers, for example, well, you're actually going to want to go in and do a traffic campaign. Now, for this example, we're going to set up a leads campaign. So I'm going to select leads as the main objective here, and I'm going to go ahead and click continue. I want to set up a manual campaign. All right, I don't want to use the recommended Facebook settings and their Advantage Plus placements and their algorithms because sometimes it can actually eat your money. So we're going to be setting up a manual leads campaign here. Okay, here we are. Now, bear with me. I know this can somewhat look intimidating, especially if you haven't spent a lot of time here inside of this ads manager. It can look like a complete foreign language, but that's fine. Just, take it easy. Bear with me here. And by the end of this, you're going to have full confidence in running through this ads manager. So again, on the left, when we created that campaign, here are our levels again, right? Remember, the campaign level, the ad set level, and then the actual ads level. Again, 1 level, campaign level, the ad set level, and then the ad level. All right, so let's start. Let's start by naming our campaign. So this is just a top of funnel, cold traffic, new leads campaign. That's what I'm going to name this. Don't worry about the Advantage Plus stuff. Leave that off. Don't worry about testing. Leave that off for now, unless you want to turn on that and you can test 2 different ads and Facebook will walk you through how to set that up. But for now, just leave that off. Don't worry about special ad categories unless you're like, for instance, a real estate agent, you're an insurance agent, or you're running an ad doing something with elections or politics. So if you're an insurance agent, for example, then you probably are dealing with financial products and services. You're going to want to check that box. But in this instance, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the special ad campaigns. Just click next. We're going to go to our next level, which is the again, ad set level. And this is where, again, we set our targeting, our budget, and our placements. So I'll show you how to name the ad set level once we go through this. All right, but let's start with the conversion location. So this is the conversion location of where we want to generate our leads, or where we want to send our leads to once they click on our ad. So you can send them to a website or a landing page. You could send them to an instant form directly here on Facebook or Instagram, where they fill out a quick form to generate that lead. You can send them to your messenger, where the lead will click your ad and start a conversation or a message with you. Okay, so these are just the conversion locations. Typically, I do a website or landing page or an instant form directly here on Meta. Those are the two best, in my opinion, conversion locations. All right, next you're going to want to set the page that you want to promote. So go ahead and set your business page. Okay. Make sure you accept all the terms. Quickly go through and accept the terms. You don't really need to worry about performance goal or cost per goal. Don't worry about those things. Don't worry about the dynamic creative. Be sure it's off. We don't want Facebook's any of their automatic stuff. Turn that off. And then here you have your budget and schedule. So set your daily budget. In this case, I usually typically at minimum do $15 to $20 per day. Now, if you're just testing an offer or you're testing an ad, you can get away with spending $5 to $8 a day, or like $8 to $12 a day. Totally fine. Let that run for a few days or a week. But in most instances, especially if you're a local service-based business, you're going to want to run about $15 to $20 a day at minimum. Okay. This is the schedule. So just leave it as be. If you want to publish your ad right now, or if you want to schedule your ad, you can also schedule the ad to start, at a certain date, whenever you want that to be. I always let my ads just keep them going, ongoing. I don't typically set an end date. I just let them go and read the data. If an ad is doing well, I let it keep going. If the data says the ad is not performing well, then I go in and manually turn it off. Now, you can click this and set an ad date. Let's say you just want your ad to run for a week. Well, set it out for a week and it'll automatically end, okay? Budget and scheduling, don't worry about that. Audience controls, this is very important. Now, the audience controls, Facebook is gonna, by default, gonna want to control this as much as possible themselves. I want the most control over my audience in my location. So what I do is go to show more options. If you click down on this, by default, it has these set up. But right here, you're going to see this little blue switch to original audience options. And we're going to want to use the original audience. Now, based on how up-to-date your Meta Ads Manager is, you may or may not have that option. Sometimes right now, Meta is, depending on your ad account, it's not even giving people the original audience options. And by default, Meta is actually making people use their Advantage Plus, their AI, and their algorithm to run ads. And it's actually a way that Meta is pivoting right now. And next year or 2 years from now, this won't even be an option. Meta is going to be literally like, tell me who you want to find, what is the promotion, publish, and Meta is going to use their algorithms and their AI to go out and find people interested in your products and services automatically. And we won't have a lot of flexibility with setting up these parameters. But for now, I digress. Let's get back to it. So the audience, once you set up the original audience settings, you can go into the location, edit that. If you're a service-based business, you want to make sure to choose your exact city. I'm in Southern Utah, so I'm going to just select St. George, Utah. Okay. Now, we're going to keep going down. Always make sure to uncheck these reach more people likely to respond to your ads. Okay. This is just Facebook or Meta trying to take more money from you by trying to help you reach more people likely to respond to your ad. But what that's doing is it's actually going to eat more of your ad budget and go outside of your targeted parameters. And we don't want that. So uncheck that. Okay. Age, make sure that you set up the age based on your target audience. Who are you helping or who are you servicing? For example, if you're a local service-based business and let's say you offer HVAC and plumbing, well, in that instance, your target audience is homeowners, right? And typically homeowners are anywhere from, let's just say, I don't know, 28 to 65 plus. That seems fair. All right. Let's say you have a one-on-one online coaching program and you help single dads ages 28 to 45. Well, then you would set that as your age targeting. Okay. All genders, detailed targeting, edit, turn that off. We don't want to reach more people who are likely to engage with our ads. Okay, again, that's just Meta trying to use their technology to eat your ad budget. So make sure we turn that off. All right. Now, placements. All right, placements is important. By default, again, Meta is just going to leave it on their Advantage Plus placements. which is where Meta's system is going to place your ad where it believes it's most likely to perform best. So it's a lot of guesswork, in my opinion. We're going to choose manual placements, and let me show you how we're going to select where we want to choose where we choose our ad is being shown to people, and how we're going to get the most conversions by placing our ad in the best locations. All right, so right off the bat, I'm going to uncheck audience network. I don't want that. I just want my ad shown on Facebook and Instagram. On the feed, I want it to be shown on all of these feeds, except I'm going to uncheck marketplace. I don't want that. It typically attracts lower income type people, in my opinion. I'm also going to turn off Instagram Explorer, Instagram Home. I don't want those placements. Facebook Business Explorer, and I'll leave that on. Stories and Reels, of course, I want it to be shown there, so I'm going to leave all those on. In-stream videos, and I want to show my ads on videos and Reels. Leave that on. Search results, I'm going to uncheck that. Okay, and that's really it. That's all I'm going to do for the placements. So I have 14 out of 20 placements set where I'm going to show my ad. Now, like I promised you guys, I'm going to show you how I name now my ad set. So basically the way I name my ad set is all the settings that I just gave this ad set is how I'm going to name it. So remember, I did St. George as my location. I did 30-mile radius. I did male and female ages, I think, I don't know, 30 was it? I think I did 28, but yeah, 28 to 65 plus, right? We did open targeting. We didn't even set any targeting on this because our ad itself is going to call out the people that we want. And this is just a cold traffic campaign. So I don't want to narrow our targeting. I want to leave it open and as broad as possible because think of it like we're casting a wide net right now. And we're going to pull in all the people that we want from our targeting, or sorry, the actual ad itself. Then we did manual placements, remember. So that's how I named the ad set is all the settings I gave this ad set, I name it. St. George, 30-mile radius, male and female, open targeting, manual placements, instant form location conversion, right? So you can add that. So that's how I name it. Cool. So I know if we went over a lot, but all we did was set the conversion location, which was, in this case, I'm going to do an instant form. And you'll have to set up your instant form as well. We chose the Facebook page that we're going to be advertising with. We set up our daily budget, which in this case, I'm leaving it at 20. We created our audience by using the original audience settings, choosing our specific location, our specific age range. We left the targeting open, and then we chose manual placements. Okay, click on next. Now, this is our ad level. All right, now we're on the ad level. And hey, thank you for bearing with me, by the way. I know we're going over a lot quickly, but I want to make sure that we're covering all bases. So on the ad level is where we're going to set up our creative, our video or our photo, and then actually type out what the ad itself is going to say. Oops, wrong tab. All right. So again, the identity, choose the page that you're advertising with. It'll have you select the Instagram account as well. If you don't have an Instagram, that's fine. Just leave it disconnected and it'll drive all the traffic through your Facebook page. Even though people are seeing your ads on Instagram, it'll drive them back to your Facebook page. So no worries. Ad setup. All right, very important. Uncheck multi-advertiser ads. We don't want this. This is where Meta is going to now try to place your ads outside of their platforms onto other platforms to get more traffic, and it's a waste of money. So make sure you turn this off, all right? This is where you can set up your instant form, because like I said, remember, I chose the conversion location once someone clicks on my ad to send them over to an instant form. So right here is where you can use a template. I typically like to create my own form, name the form, leave it as more volume is the form type, go to next. Right here, your greeting, headline. Hey, we'll make this quick, right? And then a quick introduction or description. By completing this form, what do they get? What's the outcome, right? Hey, by completing this form, you're going to schedule a consultation with our tech or with one of our HVAC techs. Or hey, by completing this form, you will receive your add-on bonus. You'll receive your bonus or your discount. Or hey, by completing this form, right? Whatever the incentive is, like that's very important. Make sure they know the outcome of why they should complete that form. I always like to add a question on the form So an example of this is if you're giving them like a bonus add-on in your offer for your ad, um, you can be like, choose your add-on. And then it would be like, if you're a cleaning business, deep fridge clean or a ceiling fan clean. And then that would be the question. They could choose their add-on. Beautiful, right? And then that would take them to the next part of the form. Another example here would be like if you're a garage door business and you service garage doors, you could be like, the question would be, has your garage door been making noises lately? And then the answer would be like, uh, yes, no, it's noisy, or just in, not applicable, right? So that's how I would set that up. I always like to add a question because it gives a little bit more barrier to entry, and they have to answer this question before they could even submit the form, which now allows us to get a little bit more higher intent and higher quality leads. All right. The privacy policy to set this up in your form, that's not what this video is for. I don't want to waste too much time on that, but basically you'll go to Google Documents, go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I need to create a meta ad privacy policy for my business. Meta or ChatGPT will write that up, go to Google Documents and paste that into a Google document, publish it to the web. You can then grab the Google document link and paste the link directly here to your Google document for your privacy policy. And that's how you would do that. Now, I digress. Okay. Let's get back to it. Add creative. Right here is where you're going to set up your creative. So this is going to be your video or your image or whatever you want people to see. All right. So maybe in this example, we're using a painting business and we could just do a nice before and after picture. All right. Turn off flexible media. Oh, wait, that's not the right. Sorry. One sec. Set up creative image. What the heck? All right, whatever. Turn off flexible media. Go to next, next, skip and continue. This is enhancements where Facebook or Meta is going to offer you their own AI enhancements. I turn them off. Like I do leave on, if it's just a photo, I'll leave on the overlay. I turn off the touch up. I turn off the music. I turn off the animation. And then I do leave on text improvements and enhance CTA, call to action. I do leave those on. All right. Now, bear in mind for stories and reels, you'll need to edit this group and use a vertical image or video. If it's video especially, you want to use a 9/16 ratio vertical video for stories and reels, because if you think about it, when you're watching a story or reel, those are all vertical 9/16. If you're on your news feed, those are all square ratio 1:1. So the feed is going to need to be square. Stories and reels, the ad needs to be vertical. Keep that in mind, okay? Primary text, this is what people read. Okay, so you'll put that there. Again, this video isn't about how to write killer ad copy. We'll save that for another time. The headline, what people see, um, schedule your tune-up or schedule your uh, kitchen transformation today, or, like whatever it is, claim your add-on today. So the headline is what people see right here. The button is the call to action. Typically, we use learn more. Or if you have an offer, you can put get offer. Like if you're a cleaning business and the offer is, hey, book a cleaning with us this week and get a free bonus add-on. That would be the offer. So get offer or get quote, whatever you want that button to be. And then that's really it, ladies and gentlemen. We have successfully dang near gone through and we have created a complete ad structure. So let's jump back over here. At the campaign level, what did we do? We set up our objective, which was leads. At the ad set level, what did we do? We went through, we set up our targeting, which in this case, we left it broad, but we did set the targeting to male and female 28 to 65 plus. We set the budget, the daily budget, and then we set our ad placements where we wanted our ad to be shown. So that's what we did there. The ads level is where we just went through and we set up our photo and we wrote what people wanted to see. And that creates the whole campaign level of what we just did. So from the campaign level over here at the top, again, we set up our campaign, which is a leads campaign. At the ad set level, we went through and we just set the conversion location, which was going to be either a website, a landing page, an instant form, messenger, whatever. We set the page that we want to advertise with, the daily budget. We switched over to the original audience settings and we got away from all these Advantage Plus audience things. We unchecked all the boxes where it says reach more people likely to respond to your ads. Remember that. We set our age, our gender that we want to target, and then the placements, right? Where was the ad going to be placed? Again, we set the identity of the Facebook page that we want to advertise with and or the Instagram account. We unchecked multi-advertiser ads. We created an instant form, which if you don't use instant forms, you won't have to do this. We set up our ad creative, which was a simple photo, going over the different ratios. We disabled flexible media. We put our ad copy right here in the primary text, which is what people are going to actually read when they stop on your ad. What are they reading, right? That's the primary text, which looks like this. So your primary text here, and you can always preview the ad and tweak it until you get it down how you want it. Advantage Plus creative variations. I actually do use these sometimes. I'll go through and check the other primary text that I would like it to use. And what it does is it's going to tailor these variations based on whoever's reading it, and it'll alternate through these primary texts. We set up our call to action button, which was get offer or learn more. And that's it. From here at the bottom right, if everything looks good and you are ready to go, you did everything like we went over here, you're good to publish. It's launch time. Go ahead and click the publish button, and you have successfully launched a meta ad campaign the real and the proper way. The only thing that's left to do from here, well, is to be sure that you're tracking, testing, tracking, and always improving. Data never lies. And then the last thing is the components of a successful ad, which are the offer, the ad itself, like what are people seeing or watching and reading, be disruptive, and then the lead journey, acknowledge people quickly. So once they submit your form or they send you a message, make sure that they're getting acknowledged quickly. All right. So if you set up the components of a successful ad, which is the offer, making sure it's irresistible, it's bold, it calls out the target of who you're looking to help or service, and it touches their pain, whatever that is, and you have a very well put together offer that speaks to a specific individual, your ad will convert. Make sure that is all set up and then the ad copy is congruent, meaning what people see and what they read makes sense and it's congruent. You will have a very successful ad. So get out there. I want you guys to go crush it. If you need help, I'm here for you. You can reach out to me on Instagram. You can reach out to me on Facebook, and I will make sure to drop my personal calendar link if you want to book a time with me on my calendar in the description of this video below. Let's crush it. See you all at the top.